Alright guys, so we're back with the Boruto TBV Chapter 20 review, which I promised earlier. It is a little bit late, but I've just been busy with just life and stuff. But let's just get straight into it because this chapter is just peak, honestly. TBV has just been cooking up so far, and so let's just get straight into it. We start off the chapter with Konohamaru and Moegi pretty much in the same situation that we left them off in the last chapter. But Konohamaru is remembering what Shikamaru said to him about betraying them, and Moegi hasn't gone through with killing him. And the reason we find out, I mean, we already knew, but it's because she's feeling emotions that she can't comprehend, which is love, right? And so after that, we then move on back to Ryu and Team 7 and the Konoha Shinobi that are still fighting. And yeah, they're trying their best, but Ryu just absolutely dogs them. This is what I like to see. I just like seeing villains just dominate the heroes and make it feel like completely hopeless. It didn't feel like that when Araya had the sword, but now that's just sort of the vibe that it gives off. Mitsuki tries to fight as well, but you can see what a cool detail is that you can see that Ryu stops the snakes with the iron sand, and then he slams them into the ground. So it's sort of he sort of has this pseudo telekinesis ability in any area where he has his sand spread, and I just think that's a cool ability. I like villains that just do stuff with their hands and stuff just happens. Like that's always just a cool depiction of power, and even outside of when it comes to just power scaling in general, it's a very strong ability just because there's really no way to counter it for most characters, to be honest. So yeah, that's just a cool, neat detail that I wanted to point out. Anyways, we see that Ryu has captured both Mitsuki and Araya, I'm pretty sure is his name. And yeah, he's pretty much talking with Sarada and Yodo, telling them to actually tell him where Boruto is. If not, he kills them, right? They obviously don't tell him anything about Boruto because for the most part, they don't actually know anything about Boruto. And at some point, Yodo starts to tell Sarada to tell him what she knows about Boruto, but we know that Sarada doesn't really know much, anyways. I mean, she doesn't know where he is or anything, so she can't really give him any information of Boruto. And yeah, we see that she sort of gets pissed about that. To be honest, I understand. I don't know. Like I didn't really watch what she did in the first part of the anime, so I don't really know if she's always been like this, if her character's always been like this. But she's just very on edge and very like negative. And it is what it is. But essentially, yeah, she ends up giving Ryu a deal, right? So the deal was that she would use her hearing ability or whatever to give him as much intel as of Boruto, so that he would let everyone else go essentially. But I mean, there's just no way this was gonna work anyway, since I'm pretty sure he has better sensory capabilities than her, and she doesn't actually know anything about Boruto. So I mean, yeah, this was just it was gonna fail anyways. I don't know why she thought it was gonna work, but like I said, I don't know if her character's always been like this, since I don't really know how she was in part one of Boruto. But yeah, moving back to Konohamaru and Moegi, and honestly, this is just crazy. Like she has her like wood stuff so deep into his face that actually looks painful. Like that actually looks pretty bad. Like that would probably be going like straight through his face. But besides that, she starts crying, and again, it's because of the whole love stuff that she can't really process and comprehend. And Konohamaru explains it to her, and she still doesn't understand it. We see Jura as well crying. Some people say that this is because they share emotions. I don't doubt that they share emotions, but I just like the depiction of it. Like it's a cool depiction of Jura just crying because he knows that Moegi is struggling with these feelings as well. Now, I don't think Jura also, he seems like he knows the best how to describe love and these emotions, but it's clear that he also still doesn't completely understand it as well. Anyways, just skipping over to probably what is one of the best. We know it's not the best part of the chapter, but I really do like this part of the chapter. and Konohamaru just like he gets her to hold his hand, and while she's doing that, he rips it off with a Rasengan, which is just one of, I'd say this is probably one of the coldest panels in TBV so far. Like it just looks so like raw, like the way it just like vaporizes her hand. And he makes two, giant Rasengans. I'm pretty sure most of you've seen about this by now. And he makes two giant Rasengans. And yeah, the depiction is just so, it's just so, Ikimoto is just cooking up here, bro. Because it's like she's crying and Konohamaru can't go ahead with it. And you can just see that they're both in just like this sort of like turmoil of just not being able to do what they both need to do, which is killing each other, right? And yeah, it's just the way it's depicted, the art, everything. It's pretty good, honestly. This is definitely some of Ikimoto's best like art, even in general, right? Although I still do think his art in early part one, when it just comes to some of like the shading and stuff, was probably better. But besides that, anyways, Konohamaru isn't able to finish the job, and she's still alive, even though she's just a torso, and it looks like she's still going to attack him anyways. Don't really know what's going to happen with that. I feel like Konohamaru should definitely die here. Not die. Like I mean, we know he's not gonna die by this point, but like, I don't really see how he should be able to fight against her now that she's not like off guard or anything, right? Moving on back to Yodo, we see that she's stabbed, right? She's actually like, yeah, Ryu just straight up impales her with his iron sand, which honestly it looks so cool. And I also like the fact that Ikimoto is willing to just show like this level of just like brutality from the villains, because at least it makes them more scary. And yeah, it's like, yeah, she gets stabbed, she's on the brink of death. She gives Sarada this pep talk about how there's someone she's trying to protect and all of this. I guess she can just tell somehow, but regardless, Sarada is like she's being manipulated by Ryu to finish off Yodo, right? Before Ryu goes and finishes off the other two himself as well. And yeah, Sarada, as we see, she thinks back to Boruto, the person she wants to protect. She awakens her normal Sharingan, but not just that, right? We see that the sand from not even just from the area, but even the sand from Ryu's body as well. Like it looks like he's being pulled apart, sort of like when he disintegrates himself into black sand. Like the sand just passively is getting pulled from him, right? And in one of the cooler depictions of the series, we see that it's this portal, like space time rift that is above them, that is sucking up all the sand in this like vortex swirly fashion. And a lot of people said, oh, that might mean Sarada is the second blue vortex. At this point, we don't really know what the two blue vortex means. I mean, we know one of them is definitely Boruto, but some people say the other one is Himawari, the other one is Sarada, it's Kawaki, it's Naruto. Whichever one it is, I think honestly the fact that it could be anyone is actually even better. But yeah, no, just back to the Sarada, Mangekyo. It's just all the sand is gone, and Mitsuki looks at her and he's like, "Oh, what's going on?" It's like, and then it zooms in on her face. And yeah, we see she has the Mangekyo Sharingan finally, right? A lot of people have been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. It's so hype, honestly. The fact that it's finally here, and the ability is it's cool as well too. That's another thing as well, because I was worried they were gonna give her a basic ability, or just an ability like Amaterasu that we've already seen before. But no, it's a new ability, and it's not. It doesn't look to be basic, at least in what it does. I have theories as to what it could be. I'm probably going to make a separate video for that, but it's so hype, honestly. Like I said, we can't really glean much from what we see here, other than the fact that it can suck in stuff. We don't know if it's sucking it into another dimension, or if it's just sucking it and like destroying it in a sense, right? If it's like a singularity, like a black hole, then all the stuff getting sucked in would essentially just be getting destroyed. It's not getting like teleported anywhere or anything like that. And yeah, it's so hype, honestly. I can't wait to see the Sarda solo Shippuden videos. And I mean, it's already going on Twitter if you use Twitter. But yeah, I can't wait to see all of that. That's gonna make it. She could technically absorb like anything. and that would be insanely busted. So we just have to wait and see till the next chapter. Overall, very hype chapter, very good chapter. You know, that was what all the build up in those previous chapters were for, and it's definitely paid off now. And the thing is, with the way Ikimoto writes, this chapter is just going to be a setup for the next chapter as well, which is going to be, we're now going to see it in full action. Probably going to get an explanation of what it does, and yeah, we're gonna be here for all of it. We're gonna be here for all of it. I'm going to be making videos for all of it. So if you are more interested in more Boruto content, then just like and subscribe. And I'll catch y'all later.